Greetings, adventurers. Brown here from Great Bean Gaming, and this is Material Energy Natural Capital, episode 30. Yes, 30 episodes, and we're still working on our ore processing. Isn't that incredible? Okay, so let's talk about a little bit of what I've been doing in between episodes. So first of all, out there, come on, what? Come on. Okay, so I have 2 new tanks over there prepared for something else that will probably start today, but we'll see. Something else I've made, it's called an ore dictionificator. I probably destroyed that spelling, but let me explain to you a little bit what it does. You can click here, you can select an ore dictionary. So let's say for lead, and I say, okay, every piece of lead that goes into this system comes out as immersive engineering lead. And I have an extractor here that automatically extracts whatever. So if I put thermal foundation lead into it, automatically it gets processed as immersive engineering. That is going to be very cool. I'll be able to input here. Let's make an example here. Let's go with infinite. What do I have that is really problematic right now? So you can see, is it tin? Yeah, so I have 17K of this tin ingot and 11K of this one. So what I'll do here, I'll just call up, let's call up a stack here of this thermal foundation one, because I do know that my cache right now is using, oh, I have no idea which one my cache is using. I just realized. Is it industrial craft? Let me see here, because I've set it up already. Yes, my cache is using Industrial Craft Classic tin ore. So, if you look at the tin ore that's in here, this right now is clogging up completely my chests down there. It is crazy amount of chests that this thing is taking. So, I need to clean it up. And so, what I'll do is I'll just put it here. Supply. Put this. Put it on infinite mode. And then we should, here I'll put these right away in. So these guys should be processing. There we go. So they're going to process all of these ores. And as we go along and we create more ores, I've set all of these up so that I can just fill up with every type of, if I create other types of tin, and I'll just put it here. And this guy will process all our ores, so they can get stored a lot easier in our system. And this thing is actually pretty easy to make, so very useful. I should have done that a very long time ago. So let's go downstairs. There we go. And look at our little room. So first of all, I started creating this room here. It is really not done, as you can see. It's going to get fixed up. This is going to be our power gen room. So power generation is going to be all here. This setup right here is temporary because I wanted this place to be our production room where we create all our items. And we might run out of space here pretty fast. So I'm going to move all of this stuff over there. And actually, they're going to get replaced with just better machines. These are pretty good machines. You know, they've been producing power for us for a very long time, but yeah, the end is near. The end is near. So I have a bit of a problem, guys. I have a creosote oil problem. I wanted to work on the shifter, but right now I need to work on something else. I need to fix this problem because I'm not producing enough coal coke, because my creosote tank keeps getting filled, and you know, it needs to get cleaned up. So we're gonna, you know, instead of wasting all that oil, we're gonna put it to good use. We're gonna start burning it to create steam that we're gonna put inside one of our tanks. So we're not gonna create power with steam engines or whatever for now. We're just gonna store the steam for right now. So there's 2 things that I want for that. I want boilers. So I want low pressure boiler tanks. There's high pressure, there's low pressure. It produces double, and you're like, yeah, why don't you take double? It's only steel instead of iron. It's a lot easier. but it's a lot more efficient to use low pressure boiler tanks. So since space is not a problem, we have a big world, we have the whole world we can use, we're just going to go with low pressure boiler tanks. Especially as I don't know right now, how much I can burn without running out. Because ideally, I do not want to run out of creosote oil. I want just enough so that I can keep using it to get coins and still burn it for a good amount. Okay? So what do I need to make a low pressure boiler tank? I think it's just a couple of plates. Let's just wait for it. There we go. 2 iron plates. Pretty easy, so let's call it up. 2 plates. And in this case, you know what? I'm going to call up a stack right away and just create it myself. Should I automate it? It's just so easy to make at this point. Would be pretty dumb to... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to automate it. Would be pretty silly. Perfect. Put these guys on here. And we now have a very good amount of low pressure boiler tanks. So, how many... I need something to burn. So this steam goes into this. But I need something to heat things up. For that, you need... is it a boiler? Yes. So you want a liquid-fueled boiler firebox. So the recipe for that gets a little bit complicated. So iron bars, bucket, fire charge, and a furnace. I believe we have recipes for everything. Let's go here. So I would like 1 steel plate, 1 furnace, bars, and I'm pretty sure we don't have fire charge, do we? Okay, we don't have fire charge. Fire charge is blaze powder and gunpowder, I believe. Is it? I'm not sure. Yeah, coal, gunpowder, and blaze powder makes 3 of them. So pretty nice. So I need more coal. Wow. We need to fix our coal situation. We could run out. You. And I'm going to grab auto workbench. Crafting logistics pipe. Coal. I need 2 actually. Yeah. 1 for the fire charge and 1 for the actual boiler. So, I'm going to go over here. You and you. 1, 2. So, one of you. One of you. I don't have a lot of gunpowder. I'll have to work on that. Import. And then... Oh, yeah. Well, let's make one right away here. And then you in the middle. You in the bottom. 2 of you. And I'm missing something else. Oh, yes, the steel plates. Did you leave them over there? Okay. Steel plates, steel plates. Oh, it's still working. And a bucket. Get a bucket. We should have our steel plate pretty soon. I should probably... Yeah, it's starting to get here. I should probably work on having stacks of steel plates ready for later on, because I want a couple of fireboxes. So if I want a bunch of steel plates right now, it's gonna just take a while. But that's okay. Bucket. More. And we now have liquid fueled firebox. Perfect. So I'm going to start, how many? I think 4. If I do a 2x2 and then 3 high, that should be a good start. I'm not really sure. We're going to start with this and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to put you. And so it's going to be 3 high of 4. So yeah, I'm just going to keep all of them here. Oh, already 1. Perfect. So why? Did we already have steel plates? Huh. Maybe we did. Okay. Cool. So while this is working, we need to work on our second machine. So we have our grinder over there, but we need to work on our... No, we have our... Not our grinder. What is it called? I completely forgot. What's the name of this thing here? Crusher, sorry. So the grinder is the next piece that we need, that will grind down chunks into bite size that we need to use. So how do I make the grinder? Grinder control. Carbide ingots, electric motor, multi-block, and small battery. Okay. I think we have most of these, right? Electric motor. I'll start 1. Carbide ingots. I'll grab 1. These multi-block, I'll grab 64, just because we'll probably use it for a lot of other stuff. What else was needed? Oh yes, batteries. Small battery. So what do you need? What does he need to make here? Oh, that's pretty easy. Yeah, we're gonna need to work on our sulfur though. We need to start digging in the nether. And what does he need to make? Oh, oh wow. Okay, that's quite a few items right there. So we'll let him work on that, and we're gonna go set it up. Actually, are we gonna need more than 1 grinder? I'm not sure. Did we automate our crusher controller? Yes, we did. Okay, well, you know what? Since we did the crusher, we're not gonna discriminate. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of workbenches. That is weird. There we go. So battery, motor, chassis, carbide ingot, and that's just some iron. Perfect. Let's go set this one up. I'll put this one here right away. So, motor, oh, no, battery was below. Battery was below, engine on top. I feel like I'm losing my voice right now. Still have this stupid cold. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. We have a grinder control. So I'm going to go dump everything in the system. Well, not you. Dump you, dump you. And I'm going to wait for it to get back to base, just so he doesn't have to create something new here. Oh, we already have 2. 3. Pretty nice. Just 1 more. Grab these, that's for sure. So are you back? Electric engine? No, motor. Electric motor is still not there. There, now it's there. So, grinder control. 1, please. That should be pretty easy to make. So, do I have... I don't have any here. I'm gonna need some fluid. Which one is it? Insertion? Pulls fluid. Yeah, so that's the one that I want. I want 2 of these because there's 2 types of fluid that we need to pull out to pump our boilers. So you need water and you need creosote oil. So that's why we want 2 of these. Okay. Let's go over here and see what we need to make this thing. And how big is it? That's going to be the surprise, huh? Let's put it on a line here. Oh. Whoa. Okay. How high is this thing? Is it even higher? I'm curious now. No, it's not. Okay, so this is the top height. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do here. And we're going to dig it like down below. Put it like here. Yep. That's pretty decent. Does it need 2 power? And the top is probably the input, right? Okay, so we're gonna dig below here. There we go. We're gonna put our multi-block stuff down there. Okay, and now, this. Is it one high? Yeah, it is. Okay. Is it like this? Yes, it is. Okay. So there's you. And is there a hole in the middle? Okay, there is. Good. Come on. I don't have that kind of memory. There we go. The rest should be pretty easy. Okay. So now I need to set up the whole little power thing there. Which, if I remember right, should be D's. So it's this guy and this guy, right? Oh, like this? Oh, come on. I was sure I had it. Oh, yeah, low voltage, multi-block. Okay, it had to be next to it. So this is this one and this one. Why 2? This scares me a little bit. Not sure how much power this thing is going to need. We'll see. Okay. And there's the other one. What's that one called? Multi-block IO. So I just need a chest. Do I have a chest on me? I do not, but I do have enough wood to make it myself. But you? I need to get on top of this thing. Come on. Ah! Of course, the one place I should have gone. There we go. And now, error with the multi-block IO. What do you mean? Oh! Okay, he's missing one here. That's my bad. The top is probably the input and the back the output. If we're going with logic here. Ooh, wow. Thing looks fancy. Okay, cool. So now what I want to do here is... I want it in the middle, right? Do this. There we go. Yeah, so I think the block, the insert pipe, is in the middle. So how many types of items will I need, do you think? Huh. Well, let's not take any chances here. We're going to put... Let's just start with 4. And I'll just grab a Mark 5 here. And I need an extractor. And I need a Mark 1. A Mark 1, of course. There we go. You. And I should probably get a chunk, right? Chunk of lead. Okay. This, do I have enough? Yes, I have enough. Chunk of lead. Perfect. So let's start by powering this thing up. Here. Okay. Does it need really both sides? We'll see. Now this is the outside. So this is going to be the extraction point. Right? Yeah, pretty sure it's the extraction point. We're going to do this. Okay, like this. And then you're going to come out like this. And then, okay, we need to put you here. Oh, I'll let you pass. There we go. And right in the middle here, we're putting our Mark 5. Cool. So we're going to put an active supplier module in there. Actually, we'll put all of them. But for now, we want an infinite amount of lead chunks. And let's try putting one in, actually. Yes. And did it output? Oh, okay. It's filling up here. So we're getting lead dust, lead rubble, and silver dust. Nice. So I just need to extract it now. Extractor. Wow. Very cool, guys. We now have our grinder control completed. So we're going to leave the last part, which is the sifter, for the next episode. 1 per episode is enough excitement. You know, it's all I can contain right now. Wow, the speed is pretty nice on this machine. I am very impressed. Look at it go. Consumption, voltage. And it seems that our power situation looks pretty good so far, so don't need to improve it. Am I running out already? Oh, power's getting low. This is not good. Huh. Okay, we might have some power issues. Oh, I did infinite, but it waits until it's empty to keep going, so... Should I do partial and put 64 in there? Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Let's try it again. Can I grab some from here? Thank you. Just do this. And if you do partial, you know, it's going to keep filling it up even when it's not full. Ah, nope. There we go. See, so even, oh, okay, so maybe not. Let's see if it works. That's a little bit weird. Maybe it's some sort of buffer that it has. It can only process. Oh, there we go. Okay. Anyway, that one's all done. Perfect. And we have our 4 liquid-fueled boilers. Just in time. Well, it's probably been ready for a while now. Yeah. Let's just go back up and do it. So, I want my boilers... where do I want? I'm going to put it near my tanks. You know, this here is going to be Boiler City right here. All this in the middle here. Because we're going to be making a lot of steam with a lot of stuff. Right now, we're starting with creosote oil because it's the crudest way to get the fuel that we need. So we're going to put it 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go up top. I believe it's 1, 2, 3. And that should be it, right? Yes, it is formed. Is that the only size? No, you can do it 4 high if you do it 3 long. But for now, you know what? We're just testing it out here. And I forgot my fluid pipes. That's silly of me. So I'll just call up a couple here. Yeah, pulse fluids. That's what I want. Give me 2 here, please. Because I dirt again. Okay, so I'm going to have to look at my water situation. Because right now, of course, I'm not using a lot of water. Well, I kind of am with all the snow I'm making. But if I'm making a lot of boilers and snow and a bunch of stuff, I might actually run into some water problems. I should go look over there and see how the water's going, but I'm going to need a more permanent solution than what I'm doing right now. Because water is finite, so I might have to do some rain catchers or stuff like that to just accumulate a little bit more water here. We'll see. If you guys have suggestions on how to get more water, just put them in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. I have one solution, though, which is there's a couple of springs when you run around. There's like these long blocks that just fall down, and there's water all the way down. And the thing is, at the last block at the bottom, it's actually a spring, so it's water that keeps popping up constantly. But these are pretty rare, so they're not everywhere. You need to really walk around. So putting a pump on each, I don't know what kind of water I would get from that. But it might be my best solution, so we will see. So logistics, fluid pipes. Let's go over here. I'll let you pass. Okay. So what do you need to start with? Well, you have to start with water. So if I click here, I can select. So you don't need to have a bucket of what you want. So I can tell the system here, I don't know how much it can get. So it can get 48. So you know what? I'm going to tell him 48. Partial yes. Since it's pretty near the water, you know, there's no chance that it's going to run out. Well, it could run out completely if it empties out this thing, but I mean, you know, there's no chance that it runs out of water before the water gets to it. That's one reason I wanted to do it, you know, right over here. And if we set up the second one, and this is what's going to start the process here. We're going to tell him partial yes. And how much creosote oil can I put in here? 16. And then we're going to say creosote oil. So let's see if this thing starts to work. It should be pretty fast, actually. Filling up. When the temperature gets to 100 degrees Celsius, we're going to start seeing steam. So I need... yeah, I need... Okay, this guy here needs to be basic pipe. And it's going to be steam. And I need an extraction pipe. Is there a fluid extraction pipe? Fluid basic, insertion, provider, extractor. Yes, there is. Okay. I wasn't sure there for a moment. So then we'll be able to pull the steam out and put it inside of our big tank here. There's no waste for steam, so if the temperature cools down, it's not going to turn back into water or stuff like that. It's really like a liquid that you can manage. So it's going to be pretty sweet. I want this thing completely full of 6.4 million buckets. 6.4 million millibuckets. Yeah. Do I have it here now? Yes. So if I go here, so this should be my extraction point. I'm gonna put it because this one would be the middle one if it was a 3x3. I'm just gonna put it here and do an extraction. So does it work? Oh no! Wait. Silly me. Of course, this guy down here does not have the steam. The steam is up here. So what you want to do is actually this. Come on. Oh, there's no steam right now. Okay. Just got to wait until it gets to 100 degrees Celsius. And then we should have some steam and this thing should pull it out. I'm not sure what speed this thing pulls out. I hope it's enough. We're actually going to see it pretty soon. So this creosote oil is getting pulled now, at least so you can see the machines are actually pulling the creosote oil out. Because right now, see this machine? It is not working because it is completely full. So I'm not getting any coal coke. That's a big problem. So I'm doing my best, you know, right-clicking here, getting the quest, and then using the book. But even that, you know, it's only every 5 days. So you can see here, oh, it's pretty crazy. Look at all that creosote oil moving as soon as I do this thing. It is pretty nuts. But of course, my machine, if we look over there, I'm just going to go show you. Do this one, claim. Nice little music. You can see here, it barely emptied out because it prorates all the machines. So, yeah, it needs to empty out a lot more. So next episode, this might actually be a 3x3x4 high. And then we're going to get a lot of steam out of this. So am I getting steam here? Oh, soon, 92. Come on. I just want a little bit of steam. So, how are we going to be using that steam? So, what machine are we going to use to produce power from the steam? There's a couple of options. Look at steam here. There is the railcraft system. So, the hobbyist steam engine, commercial, and then industrial. So, industrial produces 80 RF and uses 40 millibuckets of steam per tick. Pretty nice. But look at the recipe here. You need to create, you know, gold plates, gold insert, and then commercial, which is iron plates, Stirling engine, which is the hobbyist, and then the hobbyist is Stirling. So it is a lot of stuff. and it is 80 RF per tick per 40 millibuckets. Okay, but if you look here, a steam dynamo is 80 RF per tick for 40 millibuckets of steam per tick. It's the exact same thing, but you have augments, which you can improve not only the power output, but also the efficiency. So there's 4 slots on this thing, and we'll see how we can create augments to improve it, because a single dynamo could then produce 320 RF per tick from just one dynamo. That is pretty crazy. Even more than that, I believe, because it's 8 times. So 8 times 80. Wow. Okay. So definitely we want a steam dynamo. Of course, it's not gonna be very fuel efficient if we improve it. If we only improve the power output. But of course, there's a way to improve the efficiency also. So something very interesting that we will be looking at next episode. So 128 steam is getting output and is going instead of tiny little bit of steam, just a tiny bit, but still 55,000. So this should actually go up pretty fast. So we'll need a way. Next episode, we'll be looking at how to use up that steam and probably create our sifter too. But we'll see our priorities, because I have big plans for that steam. Yeah, so I'm going to be monitoring this tank and seeing if a 2x2, you can see all this creosote oil just flowing right now into there, and this guy providing this thing here. I'm going to be monitoring this, making sure that this does not go down. So ideally, I don't want this tank to start emptying it out, except when I use it to get coins. So I still want these machines to empty out. And so the process would be that if I use this too much, I'll empty out my tank. But if not, it's going to slowly start ticking back up. And we'll see if I need a 3x3. I might need even two machines. You never know, because I'm producing a lot of creosote oil, and this is basically free power right now that I'm generating. So very cool and very useful. Of course, as the heat goes up, it's even going to be producing even more steam and being even more efficient. So the longer I let it go, the more efficient it's going to be. So let's go downstairs, and I'm just going to show you guys how I'm going to start processing the steam, because we already have everything we need to make a steam dynamo. This was done a couple of episodes back, if I remember right. We got augments, fuel efficiency, 10%, and we have energy produced and 2 times energy consumed. So these are basic augments. So this is the basic kind. The idea is, if you look at our augments here, so there's 3 tiers, okay? And all of them needs to be inside the machine. So there's 4 slots. So I can put the first tier here, 10% base fuel efficiency, and then put all 3 tiers of this one. So this one is times 2 energy produced, times 4, and times 8 energy produced. But you can see here there's a penalty, minus 30% base fuel energy. So I'm losing 30% efficiency from going times 8. So what I could do is I could go times 8 and then add one of these, which means I only lose 20% efficiency. Or I could go times 4 power and get 25% base fuel energy, and get times 2 here, which is 35% fuel energy. So I would still use, 10% less fuel as a standard machine, but still produce 4 times more power as a standard machine. So that is really insane. So we'll see which one we pick. It's really going to depend on how much steam that we produce. If we produce massive amounts of steam and efficiency is not a problem, we're going to crank this up all the way here. But of course, these guys need something that's pretty problematic right now, which is cryodium dust. Whereas these guys, we can produce right away. Now, these tier 2 guys, we can do this right away. And we'll probably start on that on the next episode. But if we look at our steam dynamo, just going to show you guys, because I'm going to be building a couple of steam dynamos in between episodes. Just want to show you guys how to do it. So 2 electronic circuits, 16 pistons, and 8 of each of these augments. So if I go here, I grab this. Oh, I'm missing some pistons. I'm just going to grab, I'm going to grab 64 here, because it's 16 each. So I'm actually going to request another 64 for in between episodes where I'll be making all of this stuff. But I just want my standard 48 pistons here to come. And we're going to be going here. U. And then I need to decide which dynamo. Magmatic, steam, compression, and reactant. In this case, we are going steam all the way, guys. So, click. It's going to take quite a bit of power. Of course, as the lasers power up, it's going to be faster and faster. And boom, we now have a couple of steam dynamos. Next episode, we'll work on the augments, and I'll be creating a couple more steam dynamos in between episodes there. Probably using, not all of the augments, because I need to create the other tier of augments, but just creating a couple so that we can improve our power generation, because right now we are hurting for power at our quarry. Of course, how do we get steam over there? How do we get power all the way to the quarry if we produce it here? We're going to be seeing that next episode. So guys, this has been episode 30 of Material Energy Natural Capital. If you liked the episode, please press that like button. If you're new here, press the subscribe button for more content, and I will see you guys next time.